Alright, crew. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I just sat there and recorded a whole video. The whole screen was taking up the whole shit. So, we're gonna react to a whole different video. With that being said, let's jump straight into it. On today's video, we got the worst ways to respond to poor album reviews. So I'm thinking it's Metro Boomin. That's what I seen from the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it.
Metro Boomin is easily one of the best producers hip-hop has ever seen, but the way that he just responded to the internet hating on his new project might be the most embarrassing move of his career.
In the big 2025, bro, this is what we're doing. It's supposed to be a futuristic summer. I didn't sign up for this.
Metro, I'm taking you off of my instant purchase list. I went to track 5. I cut it off immediately, never to return to it.
After getting dragged online with poor reviews and low sales,
Joe Budden's, you know what I'm saying, he holds, you know what I'm saying,
for his new throwback,
I'm very
mixtape
iffy
and
about him, man.
futuristic
Y'all know
summer,
that.
in particular from Joe Budden, Metro Boomin would then fire off a series of extremely corny tweets. However, as we're about to see though, this isn't even the first time Metro has crashed out on Twitter. And despite claiming to regret his past actions, unfortunately, his latest rant proves otherwise. Only about 5 months following the tragic death of Metro Boomin's mother, who was reportedly murdered by the hands of her own husband, having labeled his mom his biggest inspiration for his career with all the motivation he now needed, 5 months later in 2023 arrived Metro's most successful album, Heroes and Villains. And with his legendary producer tag, which I think we all recognize,
Metro Boomin wants some more, nigga.
Hey, young Metro, don't trust you. I'm gonna shoot you.
Metro!
Oh, Metro Boomin wants some more. Like, that was the thing. Then around the whole Kanye era, that thing, it was like, if young Metro don't trust you, everybody was saying that everywhere I go. Now it's like, they keep getting shorter, so now it's just like, Metro, just everywhere, you know? So that's probably my favorite one.
From serving as executive producer for the Spider-Verse soundtrack, as well as Young Thug's album From Jail, plus then even producing the new Lobby theme track for Fortnite, Metro Boomin couldn't miss in 2023.
He was up. I'm telling you, no. Metro Boomin was cooking. He was cooking, and then he was still cooking recently with the BBL Drizzy with the Kendrick Lamar and all them. You know what I'm saying? He was doing
However,
his thing.
it was his next decision that changed everything. Despite his collaborator Future telling GQ that, quote, there was a beef, I didn't even know there was a beef. After Metro's decision to team up with his fellow Atlanta friend for not one, but 2 collab albums together in 2024, the hip-hop landscape was never the same. Of course, also recruiting Kendrick Lamar to diss Drake on Like That, but for Metro Boomin specifically, last year's beef proved 2 things. First is that Metro Boomin is very sensitive. And we can point back to this tweet right here as a great example. In response to a post comparing the stats between Heroes and Villains versus Drake and 21 Savage's album Her Loss, Metro had this to say in a now deleted tweet. Yet, Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. In reference to the Grammys, proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. Now, like I said, this tweet is no longer on his page, but this post was also extra odd, considering his close relationship with 21 Savage, who he basically came up with, and his history with Drake, who he had dropped one of his biggest early hits with. But although this tweet is nothing compared to his other recent ones we're about to see, the second thing that last year's hip-hop civil war proved to us about Metro Boomin is that he's officially one of the biggest producers.
Okay, he is one of the biggest producers for sure. I would say him, Mustard, I don't really know that many producers for real. I know one of the greatest producers though, Kanye. Even though these last couple years he ain't been producing what he used to be producing, but he's a great producer though. Let's not take away from him. What was I about to say before that though? I think Metro Boomin's just feeling hurt, bruh. After that tweet he tweeted out, I think he was just hurt, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Because producers don't get a lot of recognition a lot of the time. So he puts in a lot of work and he don't get no recognition. I feel like it was just hurt. But you know.
Those that don't know, name some of the artists you work with for those that don't know. That you did top flight production for.
I say Future, of course. Thug, 21 Savage, Travis Scott, Drake, Kanye,
Besides his extremely long list of A-list production credits, if he wasn't already, then 2024's beef certified Metro Boomin as a household name. Thus, with his hype and attention at an all-time high, all eyes were on his next move. However, nobody could have ever predicted what happened next. Released on August 1st with the title A Futuristic Summer, Metro Boomin's new mixtape couldn't sound any more of the opposite. Instead, hearing Metro aim for that nostalgic 2000s era trap vibe, or as Justin Hunt describes it,
Atlanta's been running rap from a number standpoint for a very long time. And so he went back, essentially made a salute to that era.
I wasn't trying to make a project, I was trying to make a season. Something that feels like summer used to feel. Not just the weather, the energy, back when beats had space.
Metro even calls it an Atlanta love letter to the city, but with a throwback sound that he says brings him back to high school. While sure, don't get me wrong, there's definitely some fans who enjoy it. The truth is though, the sound and direction that Metro Boomin took with this new project is far from the current mainstream appeal. Yet, that leaves us with the question, why is Metro so upset then and surprised by this poor reaction? Shouldn't he have expected this? Well, after revealing to us back in July that the project would have a whole new cast of names, featuring 21 artists across the 23 tracks and hosted by Atlanta's DJ Spins, while you do hear your typical Atlanta rappers such as Lil Baby, Future, 21 Savage, Gucci Mane, and Quavo, other industry veterans make appearances too, including Young Dro, Waka Flocka Flame, and Roscoe Dash. But
Okay, hold on. I have not listened to this album at all. I didn't even know you dropped an album. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I might have to listen to this shit, chat. I might have to.
with no big lead single or any drama this time to carry it, and basically no rollout for the project, again, a lot of fans were let down by this release.
This is garbage. It would surprise me if any of this is played anywhere. Nobody plays this twice. Not a single soul has this played 3 times unless they're dead and they can't skip the button. This was torture, low-key.
Therein lies the problem with Futuristic Summer, because out of the gate, this wasn't built to be a super versatile dynamic sound, and as a result, Metro paints himself in a corner pretty quickly on this thing.
But to make things even worse, for some strange reason too, when the project first dropped, Metro Boomin made the decision to hide his features. Now, hiding feature names is actually a pretty common strategy, which can really pay off when executed correctly, such as Travis Scott for example, as I already covered in an entire video. But for a producer though, like Metro Boomin, who just makes beats, choosing to not list his features out was honestly a terrible strategy. And even Joe Budden agrees.
I don't know who anybody is on this album.
Yeah, they didn't put the names on nothing.
It's cool when, you know, this is, like, I know Travis does that a lot, but I know I'm getting Travis Scott on every album, then you get surprised by the feature.
Right.
Who? Like,
Yo,
that don't work
if
here.
you're a producer, put the fucking names of the people
Yeah, like,
on
that
the
don't work
song.
here.
Yeah.
Say featuring like a decent human being is all we saying.
Joe Budden did not hold back in his review. And although Metro has even admitted to being a subscriber of Joe Budden's Patreon himself, this was just the start of Joe's hate-filled review. But internet opinions aside, is the hate on Metro's project even valid? While I will say it's definitely an acquired taste, it turns out Joe definitely wasn't alone. As rather than Metro Boomin's previous 250,000 first week sales and a #1 debut with his last album, or his impressive 182K first week on Heroes and Villains, instead, as Billboard reports, A Futuristic Summer is expected to only sell around 20,000 units first week, and will struggle.
Ooh. Yeah. Like, that's not, no, I'm not saying that's bad, but to go from where he was at. Oof.
To even crack the top 20.
It sold what it sold, 18,000. Now, of course, Drake fans are taking this as the opportunity to dunk on Metro, as they should. The idea that these guys all were pretty much celebrating, like, the overthrowing of the king.
Going strictly off the numbers, this project was a flop. But was Metro even trying for high sales? Well, although classified as just a mixtape, but what's really the difference nowadays? Judging by the sales and streaming numbers of A Futuristic Summer, exactly how Metro told us during his viral Twitter rant, a lot of people are choosing to sit this one out. While some will argue that Metro's new mixtape was simply a passion project he made for fun, of course, this still hasn't stopped Drake fans from clowning Metro's numbers into oblivion. But depending on who you ask though, first week sales numbers and the importance they actually carry has always been a big debate, especially in hip-hop. However, at least for me personally, I promise I had not heard anything about Metro's new project flopping and really getting such a negative response. That was until Metro himself basically brought it to the world's attention, showing his insecurity once again. To kick things off, only 2 days after his project's release, came this tweet by Metro Boomin. A lot of y'all get no bitches and it shows. Hashtag.
Is this nigga serious?
Metro, what? So I don't fuck with your song, so I automatically don't get bitches now? Cause your song is ass?
I like you, man. You lie a lot.
That don't even make no sense, Metro.
A futuristic summer.
But whenever somebody starts talking like this, it's just like, okay, dog, you don't really have a point. Because if the point is whether or not someone gets chicks, I just feel like, what does that have to do with anything?
Or no bitches, the album was shit, bro, reads this top comment in response. Yet, whether or not you agree on the actual quality of music, and whether you like the project or not, Metro did not stop there. As again, following more reactions and reviews, and again, particularly the Joe Budden podcast.
I saw you up there. I didn't know you was dropping. I bought it because you've been on a run, and I clicked this shit. I went to track 5. I cut it off immediately, never to return to it.
Stating that the project was so bad that he couldn't make past track 5. Clearly, Joe Budden was not a fan. However, according to Metro Boomin though, there are a few key reasons why you don't like his mixtape. If your homeboy never had to hold you up in the teen party while you was getting danced on, then you might want to sit this one out, reads this first tweet of many, which there go a lot of people right off the bat. If you started listening to rap music in 2017, then you might want to sit this one out. Hashtag a futuristic summer. If you never intentionally wore your clothes with the tag still on, then you might want to sit this one out. If you never went polo with the Sperry's, then
Metro. It's okay. It's okay, bro. This is not going to do anything else but get more hate sent to you, bro. No positivity is coming from this, I'm telling you.
you might want to sit this one out. Giving your album a dress code, though, might be the bigger problem. If you never went out and competed with your boys on who could get the most numbers, then you might want to sit this one out. While I suppose all these tweets did bring more attention to his project, in my opinion, good marketing and promotion for your project is not telling people, especially some of your own fans, that they're not meant to listen to something. Or, as another user points out, responding to negative social media feedback is like the #1 sign that an artist is insecure at it. Metro gotta stop crying on Twitter. Acting like this on socials just makes you look lame as hell. Just say thank you to the people who like the album and ignore the ones who don't.
Metro Boomin is having a generational crash out after dropping an album with 24 skips, coming at the negative reviews with tweets like this saying a lot of y'all get no it shows.
And you may be wondering, what has Metro Boomin's response to his album going triple cardboard been? I don't know, man. Responding like this just makes it look like you're mad, and it's just not a good look.
From examples such as Chance the Rapper back in 2019, who literally tweeted at his fans to eat a dick if they didn't like his trash album The Big Day, and then complained that the internet was just hating on him cause he loved his wife, to then Logic 3 years ago in 2022, who tried to tell fans that his Confessions of a Dangerous Mind album was actually just a satirical social experiment that people didn't realize. Clapping back at your fans and trying to justify underperforming never ends well as an artist, or in this case a producer. However, despite Metro even going on to include some of these similar messages on billboards across different cities.
I think you can clap back if you want. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell another grown man you can't clap back. I don't think I would do it. But like, I just feel like you should have been about it in a different way. Maybe not like if you don't like the song, you get no bitches. Maybe just be like, y'all not hearing it for real, man. Y'all not listening for real or something. Like, I don't know if that's what you want to do. Like. But to sit there and be like, man, if you never had a competition with your bros, who can get the most numbers? You might want to sit this one out. Nigga, I've had that before. I'm gonna listen to the track. Next video, I'm gonna let y'all know if it's ass or not. And everything he listed off, damn near, besides the tag, wearing the tags. Cause I never had like purple jeans or nothing. So wearing the tag intentionally outside, I've never done that. So besides that, damn near everything I've done. So I'm gonna listen to the song and see if it's fire.
While many simply took this as more coping on Metro's part, as I said earlier, the music does cater to older fans, but making up all these reasons why fans don't like it is pretty lame. Not to mention the one about not getting bitches. But unfortunately, as it turns out, this isn't even Metro's first Twitter spree in search of validation. Metro shut your ass up and make some drums might have truly been the most disrespectful way for Drake to diss Metro Boomin. But although Metro himself admits that, quote, the drum thing was laughable so I'll let it slide, obviously, Drake's other bars and subliminal disses though, such as on Family Matters where he raps,
We ain't never really been through it. Lil Wayne here lane, so I know he had to be in.
Clearly, these other lyrics hit too close to home. If you don't know, Leland Wayne is Metro Boomin's real government name. And while I break down Metro's beef with Drake more in depth in this other video on screen, following Drake's disses, Metro did about the only thing that D could really do: fire off some more tweets. At a certain point, it's like, I don't rap, bro, Metro admitted in his GQ interview, so you're going to just shit on me on all these songs. I'm not going to get in the booth, so I'm finna tweet at you. Thus, that is exactly what he did to Drake. I know a dude with lipo scars not trying to call me lame, reads this tweet with almost 30 million views. I know a dude pushing 40 and painting his nails not trying to call me lame. Freaky ass dude. I still can't believe these pictures are even real, referring to Drake's blackface makeup. It all makes sense now, hashtag colonizer. He's spiraling. As well as then going on to post this screenshot of an alleged email saying I'm lame, but the first week after like that, Drake tried to block it at radio. I've been sitting in this email for a month now, but was just sparing you. Metro
He's
still wasn't finished, announcing that he would then be hosting a contest for a freebie.
Yeah, bro, he's fucking spazzing, dude. He doesn't give a shit anymore. He said, fuck it. Fuck it, Drake wanna talk shit. He wanna talk shit in the booth. Fuck that. I'm going to Twitter. Got his ass. Nah, he's he was hot about that shit.
Beat to whoever could rap the best verse, but the only catch though, that it had to be over his BBL Drizzy beat.
This is 200 IQ. He didn't just drop a beat, bro. He made a challenge, bro.
As the first producer ever in history to release a diss instrumental, came Metro Boomin's comical BBL Drizzy on SoundCloud. Although initially catching Drake off guard, as he would comment on Instagram asking, "You just chefed up a beat about my ass?" As we would later hear though, Drake would actually flip the sample himself during his feature on Sexy Red's album, playing off it how he's like BBL Drizzy for real, due to all of the new bodies he has bought for girls.
You getting Drake to rap on the BBL Drizzy beat.
I didn't even know he was gonna do that. He did that himself.
What was your reaction when you heard it for the first time?
It was hard.
But despite Metro's back and forth with Drake last year, which did launch him to new heights he had never reached, however, looking back on it now, in retrospect, Metro Boomin actually claims that he regrets posting all those malicious tweets about Drake. Now, I did have my moment online, he says, which I do regret. I should have been stronger than that. That was out of character for me. As you'd expect, this statement has only led to more jokes from Drake fans about Metro not standing on business.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam.
It's safe to say that Drake has cut all ties with Metro Boomin for good. However, although he claimed to regret his past tweets, that definitely doesn't mean Metro logged out of Twitter. Been seeing and receiving so much love for a futuristic summer, he typed regardless of the recent reviews. This is the fresh air the game has been missing. Then going on to talk about Joe Budden and his reaction specifically. Let's not do this, said Metro in regards to any drama. I'm a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast, and I've been a regular viewer for years, and I'm even a subscriber on Patreon. I respect everything that was said up there, except that part about saying no girls are listening to this.
Oh, like you need girls around?
No, them songs.
What
They're
is songs,
not
man?
gonna like them songs.
Oh.
Dude, are you crazy? LOL, all love. Now, Metro claimed to respect everything Joe said, but it's up to you if you want to believe him. In addition to another viral tweet here about his mixtape, saying, "You do know we dropped 23 songs with no murder talk or explicit lyrics, right?" Only to watch, fans immediately prove him wrong, citing multiple songs and lyrics all over Futuristic Summer that would easily be considered explicit. At the end of the day, Metro's legacy in hip-hop is already cemented, but despite his hits, plaques, and a production style that literally shaped a generation, in my opinion, if you set out to make a project like Futuristic Summer, which isn't exactly meant for your typical fanbase, then to a degree, you need to expect a lower response from fans.
No, that's fair. Oh, I'm gonna let it go though.
If you haven't already, be sure to go and listen to his new album first before judging.
No, but that's fair, bro. That's fair. I'm gonna listen to the album though for sure. That's a fair take to have. If you're dropping something, right, and you know it's an experimental piece, or you know it's something that your fans aren't used to seeing, why would you expect them to be like, oh yeah, that shit's tough? Like, if they are, you're like, okay, damn, I got me another genre I can make and my fans gonna fuck with it. But that's like me. That's like me coming on here to you guys. Like, I'll eventually, oh, by the way, this is at the end of the video, so anybody that stay here, you're probably gonna watch the rest. But I think I already brought this up, but eventually I'm gonna get a little gaming channel going. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna have one channel for reaction, one channel for gaming. But that's beside the point. That's like me just getting on here randomly and just putting out a gaming video on this channel, and then everybody's like, bro, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? It's not the channel for this. It's just I gotta expect that. But with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in